Hi, Keith here. You know, working with a lot of real estate investors, I also get the question around bank accounts and how to use bank accounts for the rental properties. So my recommendation, one for simplicity, but two also for the ongoing reporting and recording and understanding of what's happening with the property, is each rental property should have its own checking account with the income and expenses that go in and out of that account for that property only. And that's it. If you want to blend properties together because you're worried about the extra $4 or $5 a month, one, negotiate that with your bank as best you can. But two, understand how more complicated that makes it when it comes to doing your year-end bookkeeping and accounting. What you might think you're saving, you actually can end up spending more in the cost of your bookkeeping and accounting for them to go through and sort out the income and expenses from those bank statements at the end of the year. So you may not actually be saving what you think you are because you're just paying it somewhere else and probably paying at a higher rate. Accountants and bookkeepers don't necessarily come cheap. And if they are cheap, they maybe aren't doing a very good job for you. So keep that in mind. When it comes to holding companies, some people think, well, all my income needs to go through a business account. Well, if you, again, the same thing, your business account should be for things that are specific only to the holding company's business operations. If you've got other rental properties, those can have, one, you can use a much less expensive personal checking account for all the income and expenses. And your bookkeepers and accountants can very easily use those bank statements to do the year-end accounting and bookkeeping for those properties. We've used this strategy in our own real estate investing for years, and our accountants and bookkeepers have no problem using those and putting them into the holding company that we have. Now, when we decided on the holding company, we talked to our accountants before we made that decision. And so that's why we have it. But we have kept our bank account set up in a way that we know each month what's going on with each property, so that if something is going on with a property where for some reason the cash flow has not been good for a period of time, we see that, we know that, and we can make adjustments and decisions around what's going on. If it's utilities, is the mortgage rate increased, taxes, whatever it is, condo fees, then we know what's going on so that we can make efficient decisions. I hope this helps you with making your decisions. Keith with Mortgage Alliance Enrich Mortgage Group. I'm here to answer your questions.